Florida is an absolute hotbed for migration and people moving into the state, and Tampa Bay is one of the leading cities within the state of Florida that people are choosing as their new home. But it's a massive city, over 3 million people inside the metropolitan area. So where the heck do you live? You don't want to make a wrong choice. Well, today I'm going to be explaining to you and giving you a map tour of the lay of the land, the popular attractions, places that you need to know about, and areas that you should be considering if you're thinking about moving your family to the Tampa Bay area. And trust me, I've seen all the videos out there. This is the one you're going to want to see. Hey everyone, my name is Brett Schiller. I'm a Tampa Bay real estate agent. My goal is to bring you the best real estate in the best areas so that you can make sound decisions. Looking forward to talking with you today. Let's get to that map tour. All right, so here we are in our map tour. Now, I'm going to keep this pretty high level to start off with, showing you some of the most popular destinations, locations, places that you need to know about, where they're located. Then I'm going to be diving into some of the major roadways, some of the roads that you would be commuting on, and then diving into some of the up and coming areas that I think you should know about. And if you're thinking about moving to the Tampa Bay area, where all the new construction is heading, where the new development is going, where the most popular areas are, and what you should be considering. So starting off, a lot of people come to the Tampa Bay area, number one, because they love the weather, and number two, they love the beach. So looking at some of the most popular beaches in our area, if I go right here, Clearwater Beach, if you Google Clearwater Beach, if you've been to the area, Clearwater is often on the top of the list for major and best beaches within the United States. Now, this is the Gulf of Mexico. So if I zoom out here a little bit, see all the Gulf of Mexico there, the best beaches are on the Gulf. So Clearwater is super popular. The other one that is very popular is St. Pete Beach. Now you've got Madeira Beach, Indian Shores, all of this right here. There's great beaches along the way. Clearwater and St. Pete are definitely some of the most popular that drives a lot of traffic and a lot of attention. Now, another notable area, sorry about that, is down here. So if you head just south, Anna Maria is also a super popular, as well as just a little bit south. You can see right down here at the bottom, you got Siesta Key. It's not going to let me do that. But the southeastern Hillsborough County, so all of this area I find tends to gravitate more to Anna Maria, mostly because of proximity and location. And a lot of your northern area, all of this location will kind of go over to these beaches. So great beaches wherever you live, usually within an hour's drive, you can get to a phenomenal beach. Now, another very popular thing that people love about Tampa is we're close to Disney. So you can see the downtown of Tampa right here. If I want to go up to Disney, that is going to be right up here. You can see these are all of the Disney resorts here. So you got Walt Disney World Resort. This is your Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios. Just across the way, you have all of your Universal parks as well. So huge entertainment, can be accessed anywhere from 30 to an hour and a half, depending on where in Tampa you're living. You've got all those theme parks you've got really close access to. So that's a phenomenal thing to have. Also in Lakeland, right down here, you've got Legoland, which is another fun thing for kids. So some of the major parks, major tourist attractions, Disney and the beaches are definitely hitting the top of the books. Now, diving in a little bit further, Tampa Bay has phenomenal sports teams. And probably the most notable recently has been the Tampa Bay Lightning, because they've been doing phenomenal back-to-back. They've won the Stanley Cup back-to-back and have had pretty good playoff runs as well. So their stadium is actually right downtown, beautiful location, right on the river here. And that's an awesome location to have an experience of going downtown as well as going to a game. Now, in addition to the Tampa Bay Lightning, we also have the Buccaneers. Their stadium is right over here. This is Raymond James right here. This is where the Bucs will play. So you can see that that's kind of the northwest part of Tampa, and it is right next to Tampa International Airport. So most of your flights are going to go out of here. I really like the Tampa airport because it's big enough. You've got direct flights going to a lot of the major cities within the United States, but it's not overwhelmingly large that it takes forever to get through the airport. So it's a phenomenal airport. It is an international airport. There are flights going all over the world. And you also have just across the way, you've got the St. Pete Clearwater Airport. So I know Allegiant has a big hub here. Frontier has a lot of flights going in here. A lot of your discount flights are coming into St. Pete. So if you can't find something specifically at Tampa International, there's also a hub over here in St. Pete, which has a lot of other options. Now, a lot of people that come into Tampa Bay are military. We've got a huge military base, which is MacDill Air Force Base, which is right downtown. They've got some of the most beautiful real estate in the entire area. And so this whole hub right here is all MacDill Air Force Base. And people that commute to MacDill Air Force Base, I mean, they're kind of scattered all throughout the county because it's such a large population that works there. But I know plenty of people that live all the way over here in Lithia, which is where I currently reside, and they'll commute over to base. Got plenty of people over here in Pinellas County, as well as up here in the north. So they've got good infrastructure and the ability to get access to downtown or near downtown. So if you need to get to base, there is a lot of options for you to live. Now, if you want some entertainment that's really close to Tampa, we also have a phenomenal theme park called Busch Gardens, which is found just over here. You can see Busch Gardens right here. If you really want a thrill, Busch Gardens is the place to go. Now, in addition to Busch Gardens, we also have a phenomenal zoo within the Tampa area, and that is located right here. We are just north of the actual city itself, so it's a great place to entertain families and kids, or if you've got friends or family coming into town, that could be a great option for you within the city of Tampa. Okay, now I'm going to scroll out here and we're going to look at some of the major roadways that are running through the Tampa Bay area. So north and south, we have the I-75, which is the major highway running north and south throughout Florida. So you can see the I-75 coming down here, running all the way. Doesn't go through the heart of Tampa, but it comes south. It'll take you down to Sarasota and even further all the way down the west coast. And then running east and west, you've got the I-4. Now the I-4 comes over here. It'll take you up to Lakeland. If you're going to go to Disney, that'll take you up there all the way to Orlando. Now, if I drill in a little bit further, you can see I've got here the I-275 is one of the major roadways for everyone who's coming north to come into Tampa or work their way over and head over into Pinellas County and a lot of the beaches. Now that we've covered some of the popular areas where the tourist attractions are, let's talk a little bit about the real estate in Tampa Bay. Now, one thing to note is that most people that reach out to me from this channel, they like new construction. They want to live in new homes. Oftentimes they're coming from the Northeast or they're coming from the West. They like the styles here. They don't want to live in something that's old. And so I'm going to focus this information around the new construction hotbeds, where a lot of the new architecture, new development, the latest trends, the latest commercial, things that are really popular right now, where that's driving. So that discussion I'm going to start here in kind of the north of Tampa area in 3 different cities specifically. So if I Odessa, Land O'Lakes, Wesley Chapel. These are 3 really big hotbeds, big names for right now for where a lot of this development is going. And I mean, even from Google Maps, you can kind of see that that is where growth is heading. The white is a very populated area. The green is more rural. As we start to see cities build out, especially with population growth, which we're seeing in the state of Florida, we're going to see a lot of this green space start to fill in because there's people that need homes. And when there is demand, that's when builders and developers see the opportunity and they start to build. So we're seeing a lot of construction going on right now. Now, there are some phenomenal communities within these areas. Now, one of the big concepts that I see coming up here is a developer by the name of Metro Places that is putting in these big lagoon communities. Now, there's going to be about 3 of those communities within this area right here that, they're big communities bringing in not just homes, but commercial space, in addition to the big lagoon lifestyle where it really brings vacation into your average living. So really cool concept. Now, if you want to know some of the specific communities that I like and I'm optimistic about in these areas, just drop a comment below that says communities. And that way I can send you some of the videos that I've done specifically talking about those areas and some of the cool things that they're doing. Now, the next area I'm going to take you to is headed a little bit south. This is another hotbed of new construction and growth going on. And I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. There we go. So Riverview has been on the charts for quite a while for one of the fastest growing areas. You can see it's got good proximity to Tampa, easy access to get to. Waimama is also a place I'm really optimistic about, and also down here in Parrish. So you can see this is kind of the city of Palmetto down here. It's growing out and growing down from some of the Tampa Bay areas. And this is starting to fill in pretty quickly. Now there's a lot of new builds, a lot of new construction, there's a lot of development, and there's a lot of growth to be had. Now, one of the reasons that I like these areas so much is because you can not only get into a home that you like, but also from an investment standpoint. When we talk about real estate is about location, location, location. This is an opportunity where land is less expensive than if you are to buy, something in Tampa proper or an area that's already developed, but you're in the path of growth. So it's an opportunity for you to buy in at a lesser point, be in a home that you like, and still get that growth over time. Now, an important thing for you to think about is, what amenities you need access to. What are you going to be using and how will that affect your lifestyle? Now, if I'm going to be commuting into Tampa, I'm probably not going to want to live in Parrish. I'm sure there are people that do it, but for me, that wouldn't make a lot of sense. I'd probably want to be closer to Riverview or Lithia, or maybe even come up to, this Wesley Chapel or Odessa area and come straight down if I want new construction. Now, obviously there's going to be resale and a lot of other options all around the Tampa Bay area. But if you want that new construction, you want that new community feel, those are some of the areas to think about. Now, the last thing I do want to talk about is where I actually chose to live. I would probably be a lie if I didn't tell you the location that I chose, recommending all these other areas. So I came to an area called Fishhawk, which I'm going to circle right here. Now, this is technically Lithia is the city, and Fishhawk was a 20-year development. It started build in 2020. They actually just finished new construction within the last year or so, and there's no more building in the actual Fishhawk. So the area itself is built out. Now there's going to be more new construction and things coming down the road in this area, but I loved it because number one, we've got little kids, and I've got a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And so schools are vastly important, proximity to schools. I don't want to wait in car lines all day to get my kids to school. I don't want to commute to get them to a good school. So it was super convenient for us, in addition to the active lifestyle that we can live out here. Sports courts are super close. Kids are starting baseball, soccer, football. We've got a sport court within the community where they host all of those events. So that meant a lot. And as well, I love an active lifestyle. So actually right out here, there is phenomenal mountain biking within the area. So right down here, I've got Balmboyette Scrub Preserve. This whole area is mountain biking, and all of this over here, Alafaya State Park, is good mountain biking. To my surprise, coming from the west, there's good mountain biking in Florida, and I've got close proximity to that. It's great for me to get outside. So that was big in my decision making, but everybody makes their decisions based off of what they need access to. So make sure and think about the amenities and things that you want close proximity to. And if you have questions, drop a comment below, and I'm more than happy to be a resource for you in helping you understand what is out there and what could be great communities based on what you need. And with that, I'm going to wrap up this map tour of the Tampa Bay area. Hope you enjoyed it, got a little bit better understanding of some of the things that are going on in this area. Now, I'm going to put my number on the screen, so don't hesitate to reach out if you're wanting to understand more about a particular location, particular community, or want to know more in general. That's what I'm here for. Text, call, email. I'm more than happy to be a resource for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button. It helps my channel a lot, helps me grow. So I will look forward to seeing you on the next video.